nation. No donation, no salvation.
And remember, respect is everything.
And we're back. So this is going to be the last Transformer haul I'm going to be doing for a while, because this is pretty much the last set of figures that we're going to look at, because everything else I bought is more related to car stuff. So if you are new here, we do toy hauls. We also do collection hauls. So if you're into die-cast cars like Hot Wheels and Green Light and Johnny Lightning, if you like Transformers, we do all that too. I do a little bit of gaming, some stop motion, and the primary focus on my channel is also Lego versions of Transformers. So if any of that is of interest to you, stick around, since I got plenty more coming. But anyway, let's take a look at all this. Sorry I had to plug all that, just because you never know. Sometimes there's always a new viewer. So where do we start? Okay, so we're going to start with Bumblebee movie Thundercracker, because he's kind of the easiest one to look at, since I've already looked at this mold numerous times. So we're just going to go ahead and rip this open, because I am not collector friendly, and this is all just cardboard waste to me anyway, so it has no sentimental value to me whatsoever, other than the plastic item inside. Alright, we got him out of the packaging. Let's see, what's his weapon? I'm pretty sure they're the same as last time, because this is literally just a repaint of Starscream, but I mean, that's what the Seekers have always been. They've just been troop builders. Alright, yep, same stuff as last time, so we're all good there. Let's see, where are the wings? So I think these are the wings. Interesting. Alright, go ahead and plug that in here, I think. Yep, that's where that goes. And then plug that in here. Go ahead and give him his gun, since I actually really like the designs for the guns in that film. I'm not really going to bother to transform this thing. I mean, there's millions of reviews on these particular figures, and this is literally just a repaint of Starscream, so if you really wanted to transform him, just look up a Starscream review, since he's just a repaint. But he is a very nice repaint. I've always been a fan of Thundercracker, since I kind of like him. It's funny, everybody loves Skywarp the best, but I kind of like Thundercracker the best, mostly because of his very patriotic color scheme. Alright, next we're going to look at some Legends that I picked up recently, since the store that I go to recently reopened, so I was able to pick up some stuff. So let's go ahead and look at this guy, since he's the most important. Alright. Okay, since he's a Legends, I guess we could try and figure out how to transform him. Can't be too hard. And there's also a secret mode that somebody pointed out. I wonder if I can figure that out. Probably not, but it'd be funny. Oh wait, I think I just figured it out. So yeah, Wheelie, if you maneuver him, I'm not sure how it works, but apparently if you maneuver him the right way, you can give him a toilet mode, which is kind of hilarious. But anyway, let's get him into car mode, since I can't recall any official fiction or where Wheelie was a toilet, outside of some very dubious fan arts. Alright, not bad. I mean, I never really cared for Wheelie's car mode anyway, so we're just going to go ahead and put him back into robot mode. So, anyway, there's Wheelie back in robot mode. Here he is next to the one that came with SS-86 Grimlock. And since this one actually transforms and is a proper, Transformer figure, and, scale-wise, I mean, if his legs were straightened out, they wouldn't be too different. So, overall, nice little figure. So, let's go ahead and get rid of you. Alright, let's see. We'll put him right here by Blur, since a lot of people don't like Blur either, but, I mean, I can kind of understand that, which, oh well, it's whatever. Actually, speaking of 86 characters, we're going to need to borrow you for a second. Well, I killed Wheelie anyway. Okay, before we look at RC, let's look at the rest of these Legends before I get too sidetracked. So, I'm really excited about this Shockwave, so let's take a look at him real quick. So, let's see here. Come on, open up.
FBI, open up!
We don't need instructions. I'm a big boy, I can figure these things out. Let's take a look at our friend here. Oh man, that's as G1 as a Shockwave can get in miniature form. Or at least, I'm sure there's probably other figures that are better, but I don't know. This guy does the job. So, I have no clue what he's supposed to turn into. I'm probably not going to bother transforming him because I just wanted him for the robot mode because tiny shockwaves are the best thing ever made. Now that right there, now that's gangsta status right there, boys. Alright, I'm going to be real here. If that isn't the coolest pose ever, I don't know what is. Seriously, in my mind, like in my fiction, I would always imagine Shockwave and Soundwave being like Megatron's bouncers, and then, you know, Starscream would just be the traitor that he always is. Well, sort of. I mean, in my fiction, I handle things a little differently, but I don't know. I've always thought this whole little group shot, you know, always looked cool to me. Like, you know, he's got his bouncers here, and then Starscream's kind of like his second in command. And then, you know, you got Megatron in the middle. I don't know. I always thought that looked cool, so. Alright, next we're going to look at Ratchet. Since, for some reason they decided he needs a Legends figure. Which, you know what? That's fine. I don't mind this. I mean, this is kind of cool. So, let's go ahead and take a look at him. Since he's here. Anything else in the package I should be aware of? Okay, nope, we're all good. No drugs, no foreign weapons, nothing. We're all good here. Oh man, he's got 2 pistols. That's hilarious. In that one scene where he's dual wielding before he gets blasted to oblivion. Not gonna lie, for a medic to go all out like that is kind of cool. Okay, I normally don't keep any of those cardboard backgrounds, but this one actually does look kind of cool, so I might do something with that. Maybe I'll use it in a collage or something. Anyway, let's look at Ratchet here. So, see how this goes. Okay, not too bad. So you can go, you know, be like that one dude from the first Matrix movie. I think his name was Mouse, and he got blasted to bits, which... Okay, I mean, that scene was pretty funny, I'm not gonna lie. He's just like...
Wasted!
Okay, let's get his pistols out of his hand. Let's see if we can figure out how to transform. You can't be that hard. Probably need to clean that up a bit and tab some pieces in. Yep, there we go. Okay. And I'm not sure what to do with those guns. Okay, I found the tabs on the side to plug in the guns, which, now, I don't know if anybody remembers this, but remember that, does anyone here remember that old Xbox 360 game Blood Drive? It was like a zombie apocalypse meets Mad Max kind of car combat game, and there was an ambulance in that game. You know, it was a gore fest, but it was pretty cool, and I don't know, when I stuck these guns on the side, it really reminded me of that, which I think is hilarious, so... I don't know, I just thought that was funny, and I thought I would bring it up since, you know, seeing this ambulance with guns strapped to it just reminded me of that. Alright, this one's pretty important for obvious reasons, so we're going to look at RC next. So let's see if we can get her out of the package without any major disasters waiting for us. Alright, there we go. That's some very nice artwork there. Anyway, okay, first things first, before we proceed, I forgot to show off this little accessory that Shockwave came with. I didn't notice it until I realized, you know, I looked at the back of the packaging on the floor, and this was supposed to be part of Shockwave's, whatever that mode was. So, I'm telling you, they need to stop putting this stuff behind the packaging, because then I almost accidentally threw it out. Alright, well, now for the moment of truth. We're going to determine which RC is the best in regards of which is probably going to be suited for your kind of needs. So, here, let's get those guys out of the way. So this one's definitely more accurate to the actual animation model, at least mold-wise. You know, her legs look how they're supposed to in the movie. So, mold-wise, this is definitely the most accurate, you know, at a deluxe price point. According to a lot of people, she's basically just a slight remold of the original Thrilling 30 RC, which is, color scheme-wise, is heavily inspired by IDW, which... You know, if that's what you're into, great. So, you know, this is still a good figure. It's just, for what I need it for, this is obviously, you know, going on the 86 shelf. Overall, yeah, she's definitely the winner here. She's pretty much the most accurate. At least mold-wise. Color-wise, they could have done a little better. So, if you want something a little more colorful and a little more vibrant, track down that one if you want a more, you know, vibrant color scheme. Because, you know, she has a lot of black to break up the pink and the white. I mean, they're more or less the same figure. Just slight differences, but, I mean, I've already transformed this figure numerous times, so I pretty much already know what this one's going to be like. This one I bought used on eBay, but I got her cheap because she didn't have her weapons, but as you can see, the other RC's pistols are pretty much substituting for the weapons she should have come with. So if you just wanted this to look like a nice RC, you could just take the backpack off and then just, you know, have her like that. But since I care about my figures actually transforming, this is definitely the best way to go. But if you already have this and don't care to replace it, then this one pretty much already does what you need it to. So yeah, this one's just going to be for fun. I'm just going to keep this one for fun so I can transform it and actually maybe do a stop motion or something with it. This one's definitely going on the 86 shelf with the rest of my 86 Autobots. And then her, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with her. I guess she'll just be another play figure that I can just mess around with. But anyway, alright, we're going to go ahead and put her right by Springer. So I'll go ahead and put her right there. I don't want her too far in the back. And then we'll put Wheelie just a little closer. There we go. And I added Wreck-Gar and a Junkion, as well as a few other characters to make this shelf a little more fulfilling. I'll probably rearrange this a little bit later so it's a little cleaner looking. But there's the 86 shelf so far. Okay, this next one is an interesting story, but when you see which character it is, you'll understand why. So yeah, it's Wild Rider. Now, here's what annoys me about this figure. I actually bought one on eBay. And it never showed up. It said it was delivered, but it just package was missing. Tried calling the post office. They had me on hold for God knows how long. Never got to an actual human being. I just kept getting the machine. And yeah, all I'm going to say is United States Postal Service, they suck. But, I mean, what else is new? Oh well, such is life. But thankfully, the Target I went to had another Wild Rider, so I was able to replace him. And I did get my money back because I had to file a thing with the bank and all that stuff. Bunch of dumb crap. At the end of the day, I was pissed off because, you know, it took me longer to get this figure than I originally intended. But anyway, let's look at Wild Rider. Oh man, this is... I can already tell from the front end of that car mode, this is going to be nice. Let's see, how does this work? Oh, okay. Let's go ahead and fold this back. You know, honestly, I mean, oh yeah, I forgot the backpack's supposed to fold out and, you know, honestly, I'm not even going to do that. I'm just going to leave it the way it is. Had they just left it like this would work way better as the backpack and people wouldn't have complained as much. So, you know, the original Stunticons had the half of their car on their back anyway, so you know what? This is acceptable to me. It's a lot better than the other one we got, which was an exclusive and kind of a pain in the ass to get a hold of. And obviously this is a much newer Ferrari. This is a Ferrari 458 Italia. And then he's obviously based on a Ferrari 308. Obviously I'm replacing this one with that one because, you know, I love 80s sports cars. But let's see if we can transform real quick since... yeah, he can't be that difficult. Anyway, let's get him into car mode. Transformation's a little finicky, but overall, massive improvement over that Combiner Wars one. At least for a G1 person like me. So, I'm very happy with this car mode. I mean, the only other way this could be better if it had pop-up headlights like the original car. But, I mean, I guess we can't have everything in life. But, you know what? This is good. I like this, and I'm so glad I finally got to open them. Okay, I decided for this next one, Wild Rider's just going to hang out in the back because I really love that car mode. Knockout. So, I've actually been really excited about this one because Knockout was one of my favorite characters in Transformers Prime. And I just really loved his very snarky attitude and how very slick he was. And just really amazing character overall. I really liked him in that show. And I would have gotten the Prime RID versions, but I'll be honest, those figures sucked. And, you know, I understand not everybody is, you know, a fan of, you know, Hasbro G1ing everything, but you know what? If it means getting a more stable figure for a character that I really like, you know what? I'm all for it. And you know what? I mean, I've always been a fan of the G1 aesthetic, so, you know, regardless, I mean, I was going to like this figure no matter what. Before I forget, you gotta... You see, I hate when they tape the weapons to the back of the insert, because I almost threw out Wild Rider's weapons, because of course I did. Speaking of his weapons, let's see what he got. I think he has like the 2 blasters. Alright, looks like we stumbled into some Twisted Metal Vigilante 8 type nonsense, but I can live with that. I liked both those games, so I'm all for it. Really love Twisted Metal Black. That game was, oh man, that game was awesome. I still have my PS2 copy, which, oh man, those were the days. Let's see, what does he come with? He comes with, I guess, this sort of rifle. Okay. And whatever this is. I mean, that's cool and all, but, I mean, I don't know. We'll just pretend this is a rifle and this is some kind of, I guess, dagger blade. I don't know. We'll mess with that. Let's look at Knockout. Okay, he's got a huge backpack, but, I mean, it's whatever. I can live with that. It's not too bad. I mean, it's traditional carbot, so. Oh, man, that maroon, that color is just, I'm all for it. I love the colors. It's very Ironhide in its layout, which is kind of funny. Alright, first impressions of the car mode. I love it. I especially love the, I don't know if you can see it, but he's got like rear louvers, which I think are really cool. If you don't know what rear louvers are for, they're basically so that it keeps the back of the car cooler, but they're tilted at an angle so that you can still see out of it. It just has a bunch of lines, but I don't know. I love this car mode. Super cool. Really like this character. And I'm really happy with this mold. It's, it's not perfect. It did take a little bit of finagling, but I'm all for it. That's a nice one. Oh man, those two look good together. I imagine if Knockout and the Stunticons ever appeared together, they would fit right in with each other. Speaking of cool cars, Sideways. So Sideways is an interesting story. So here, let's go ahead and open him. And I'll talk about what it is about him that I think is interesting that I haven't seen any other people point out. Alright, so here's Sideways out of the package. Wow, his legs are very loose. I like his proportions, they're interesting. And it's kind of a shame we lost this character so early in the film and that he just got diced by Sideswipe. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is, it's whatever, but it is kind of a shame because he is a very cool looking character, but I don't know. I like his creepy aesthetic. It's cool. I'm going to transform real quick and then I'll talk about the car mode. Okay, that transformation is crap. I honestly didn't even bother trying to figure it out. I just took his legs off, so they just slide right back in, but I'm not going to waste time figuring that out since I just want to look at the car mode. Okay, before anyone gives me crap, yes, I did figure out how to transform him. I had to watch a review, which, for the sake of time, I figured, yeah, we'd go ahead and just cut to the car mode. But yes, I was able to transform it, but I'm not going to lie, the clearance on this thing is crap. Yeah, so the car mode, like I said, it's weird. It looks... So it's based on an Audi R8, which the one in the movie was a 2008. It was a V10 Quattro, but it's obvious they had to modify it to look different from the original car because I guess they don't have the trademark for it. But the funny thing is, it actually looks more like a newer version of that car because, the front end's more angular, there's more straight lines, and the back, the taillights are more squared off. So in their efforts to make it look less like the real car, they ended up just making it look like a newer version of that car. Before we go, I figured I'd show off one last mode that I thought was hilarious in regards to Sideways. Gerwalk mode, or as I call it, 2020 economy mode, because gas prices right now are freaking terrible. I don't know what's going on with RC there. I guess they came to some sort of disagreement, and we've gone full Wizard of Oz mode. So I guess that's going to be RC's coffin for now. Anyway, you all have a good one.
Hallelujah! Another soul saved!